so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a seat. Thank you. Thank you. Have a seat.
All right. Who is fired up?
Love you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Elevate 2026. Get excited. Yeah. Let's go. Let's do this. All right.
We
Great.
love you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys are the best. We love you.
Thank
We do not take this for granted. Thank
Yes.
you so, so much.
Yes.
Love you.
This is the weekend, guys. This is the weekend that you need to pick yourself. This is it. You have to make the decision. You have to decide this weekend that you are it. So you're the main character of your story. You're the hero in your journey. You have to make that decision, and that decision starts today. So who's gonna win? Who is gonna pick themselves? Come on, guys. Who is gonna pick themselves? All right, so we're Hitachi Power Chudasama, coming at you from Atlanta, Georgia. And you know, you might see all these people cheering, excited, pumped, jacked up here. And they're screaming our last name. You know, we're all one team, and we all start the same way. We started the same way in the back of the room, not believing. We didn't know if we could make it. And, you know, today, we're just a reflection of where you could be possibly a few years from now. Provided that you do the work, you stay committed, right? You don't give up. You don't give up. You just stay steady, stay consistent. You could be here. So we're just a reflection of where you can be. And one day you could be on stage too, and your team may be chanting your last name. So we're excited. We're here to talk to you about you picking you being the one, being the main character of your story, the hero in your journey. So I'm gonna pass it over to Pyle, and she's gonna get us kicked off. Here we go.
Awesome. Well, first of all, I just want to say I am so proud of every single one of you for being here this weekend, for making that decision to be here, because there's so many people who didn't make it. And I know for some of you, it was simple getting here, but for a lot of you, it wasn't so easy getting here. Maybe you have small children and you had to figure out babysitters. Maybe you had a newborn, right, Sonali? Maybe you had some health challenges. I know there's several people on our team that were struggling with the flu and every allergies, and they powered through, right? But whatever the reason is, you figured out how to get here, and for that, we're very, very proud of you. But also know that in this very room, there's two categories of people. There's the 80%, and then there's the 20%. So which category do you belong to? And if you're not sure, then you're probably part of the 80%. And there's nothing wrong with that. I think we all start the business. Anything that when you walk into anything, you always start off average. You always start off in the 80%. But to remain in the 80%, that is a decision. But so is greatness. Greatness is a decision. I remember coming to my first conference, and there were 15,000 people in that conference. And I just remember thinking, there's all these people watching the stage, and then there's that 1% that's on the stage. So what is the difference? What is the difference? What's the separator? And I just remember having like this deep desire to be on stage one day, not because of how it looked, but really what it represented. It represented us building our future. It represented us overcoming and becoming. It represented us cultivating some grit, some tenacity, resilience, discipline. And so that is why we had this deep desire to separate ourselves from the masses. There's so many people who get started in the business for a reason, right? You're all here, you got started for a reason, but somewhere along the line, like people forget why they started in the business. And because they start focusing on the pain of building the business versus the gain from what they can become from it. So for Hitesh and I, we were like, what is the difference maker? And it surely wasn't that the people on the stage have anything special, or they didn't have any superpowers. They were not more talented. They didn't have more potential, or like they definitely didn't get lucky. So the only difference was that they decided to build this business. They chose to build this business. So for Hitesh and I, for the longest time, we're like, can we do this? Can we not do this? But after a while, you have to you have to graduate from that. And you have to go from, it's not a matter of if you can build this, it's a matter of I will build this. See, the version of you that belongs on the stage, it already exists. So it's not a matter of potential. It's a matter of a decision. It's a matter of consistency. It's a matter of standards. The people that are on this stage, they decided to build this business, to focus on their dreams and goals, and they kept going during the invisible phase, the phase where nothing was happening, right? They kept going. Ganesh always says the difference between a great IBO and a good IBO is that the great IBO keeps going once the good IBO stops. So for Hitesh and I, we knew that if we were to be on this stage one day, we had to pick ourselves. No one was gonna pick that for us. And to be honest, in every other arena outside of this business, we were always B players. Like I was a B player in literally everything, whether that was school, playing musical instruments, gym, fitness. In a lot of areas, we were C players. Like at our jobs, we were B players. We were not trying to excel at our jobs. But when we walked into this arena, we realized that this is an A game. Like there's so many people that try to be A players and everything else in their life. You know, it's like they major in the minors. But in this business, guys, you can choose to be an A player and you decide whether you're gonna be on here. There's no guarantees, like Ganesh was saying yesterday. You have to create your own success and your own guarantee.
So you may be looking at us and thinking, oh yeah, of course Hitesh and Paul can do it, right? Or most of the leaders, all the leaders on stage, of course they could do it. You know, of course Luis and Jackie, you know, they're changing pins and growing their business. Of course my upline can do it, but can I do it? And so, you know, you might not be in the position today to think that you can make it. Maybe you don't believe in yourself. So I want to take you back when I got started. That's like almost just like 20 years ago. And when I got started, I'm not who I am today. I was so shy. I was so timid. I was so scared. I never thought that I would make it, let alone in this business, just in life. I just didn't believe in myself. And I remember going to my first meeting. Went to our upline's house, and we're in the basement. Okay, this is just to show you kind of where I was. I was in the basement, and it was great. Yeah, I'm a business owner now. You know, and I was a teenager. I'm downstairs, and in this meeting, we had to go around and say our name, our upline, and our goal, or one thing we're excited about. And so people are saying their name, their upline, their goal, and I'm like, this is great. This is good. And then it hit me that I'm going to have to say that. My name, my upline, and what I'm excited about. And I got so scared, and I ran up the steps. I went out into the parking lot, and I started hiding behind cars. And I thought, okay, I think my upline is going to find me out here, so let me go in the back of the apartment complex. So I literally went to the back of the apartment complex, and I was hiding like this, looking under the cars. It's like what a kid would do, because I was a kid. So that's where I started. I remember coming to the same conferences in ballrooms just like this and sitting in the back of the room, way back there. And we weren't growing. It was me and Mitesh. We hadn't met our wives yet. We hadn't started dating. We hadn't met him. So it was just me and Mitesh. And he'd be playing Candy Crush or something on his phone. And I'm looking up at the ceiling, and I'm like counting, okay. I'm counting all the squares. 1, 2, 3. And I would count all the squares, and then I would count the lights. And then I would count like, okay, the decor is really nice in this room. This is literally what I was doing the whole conference. Some of the conferences had different light bulbs, and I knew every conference center. So that's kind of where, and then we'd hear on stage, somebody say, hey, the speaker would say, who's it gonna be? Somebody in this room is gonna make a decision. Who's it gonna be? And then we would go, oh, who's it gonna be? We would look around. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? And it's funny because all these years later, like we're on this stage along with many other people that are on the stage, but it's like we would have never guessed in a million years that would be us on the stage. As a matter of fact, if you would have told me that I would be doing this today, if you would have told Pyle that she'd be doing this today, the first time when we first got started, we would have quit. We would have quit on the spot. Like at this conference that you're at, if somebody would have told me, hey, one day you're gonna be doing this, I would have said, I'm out of here. I remember
Public
Pyle's
speaking was like one of my top 5 fears.
Okay, Pyle's first meeting, okay? This is another Upline's basement. We're in another Upline's basement now. And we're going to so we sponsor Pyle. She's coming to her first meeting. And she goes, I'll come to the meeting as long as I don't have to speak. I'm like, psh, ain't nobody want to hear from you anyway. We just started. Like, I didn't say that, okay? We just started dating. So I'm like, who's she kidding with? It's just a new IBO. So, but I forgot about in the middle, we got to say her name, our upline, and what our goal. And so here we go. And everybody's saying it. I'm like, she's going to be fine. And I'm in the front of the room. She's in the back of the room. And I turn around, and she's getting redder and redder and redder. And she's giving me these eyes. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm dead. I'm done, right? So we survived all that, right? We made it. We're here today, right? So, I mean, so I had a low self-image. I didn't believe in myself. I never thought I was gonna make it. So if you're in the room today and you feel like, yes, of course all these people can make it, but can I make it? You can't. You can't. It's possible. It's possible. Like there's so many other things that you will not be able to do. Like I'm 5'5". I'm not gonna be able to play in the NBA. Okay? I'm not gonna be able to play football. Right? I mean, you can say, yeah, of course you can, Hitesh. You can do anything you put your mind to. Yeah, self-talk. Yeah, but I'm 5'5", so chances are I'm not gonna make it there. But the thing that we all have in common is our mindset. Like we have our mind. So we all have a mind that we can train, that we can harness, that we can develop. But most people don't realize that. In the outside world, people just say, this is the way I am. But that's not really true. You can train your mentality and your mindset just like you can train your body, right? How long does it take to become a bodybuilder? If you have never been to the gym and you want to become a bodybuilder, how long would it take you to become a bodybuilder? Maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years. So the way that you want your body to look as a bodybuilder, that's how your mind is going to look after 5 or 10 years as well. Because you have to first work on building yourself. You're not going to believe that you can do it unless you build yourself first. So focus on building you, right? What are we doing? We're building an organization of people that are buying products and selling products, okay? So it's not how do you get people. How do you sell to an organization of people? It's why would an organization of people want to be led by you? What do you bring to the table that an organization of people would want to be led by you? So you have to work on you. You have to work on you. So it's not like, can I do this? That's a poor question. Learn how to ask yourself better questions, right? Can I read a book? Can I do a Quran? We're going to get into that. So why didn't we quit? I didn't quit because we loved the values that we saw here. We saw people, couples that actually cared about each other. We saw people like their families were healed, marriages healed, people that are better children to their parents. We saw every ethnicity, every walk of life, men, women. We saw young people. We saw people that are teenagers. We saw grandparents. They're all under one roof. The roof. Yeah, we're under one roof, okay? Right? We're not even public speakers. I'm messing up. So we're all under one roof. Everybody's working together. We're all part of one team. Where do you see that? Where do you see all these different ethnicities, different religions? Where do you see that? Only in this room. I was accepted. I felt accepted here. In my friend circle, it was either roast or be roasted. Whoever had the best jokes is the cooler one. That's how it was. Finally I could come here and I could be like, my opponent would say, hey, champ, you could do it. I said, oh, thank you. Thank you, I can do it. Thank you. I love that. That's why we didn't quit. That's literally why we're here. We just didn't quit. We just stayed in long enough. Okay, so let's say you don't believe in yourself, right? You want to build yourself up. You want to grow yourself. So what what are some practical tips, right? And this could be for anybody. Maybe you're suffering from anxiety or depression, or you have some self-limiting beliefs and you don't believe that you can succeed. You don't believe you can barely manage your everyday. The sky is falling in your life. Maybe you know people like that. Maybe you are that person. Hey, we've been there. You know, we just didn't have those labels 10 or 15 years ago. Those are, yeah, okay. Anyways, we won't talk about that. So, okay, so some practical steps. Some practical steps. So first thing I recommend that you do to build yourself, okay? These are practical steps. You should write this down. First thing you need to do is core before noon. Every single day, you need to build yourself up. You do it before noon so you never miss a day. If somebody were to ask me, hey, Hitesh, if you were to start your journey over again, what's one thing that you would have done differently? I would say core before noon. That one thing, building yourself up. Forget about building monetary success. Don't focus on monetary success. Change your perspective on success. Change what you're looking for. Change your perspective on building yourself. That is success. What's the price tag of what price tag would you put on becoming more confident, more bold, having more equanimity, having more emotional intelligence, not getting flustered too easily? Would that add value to you? How much is that worth? What price would you put on that? What price would you put on being happier or being happy, period? So many people are not happy. They're not. They mentally torment themselves every single day because they can't control their thoughts. Why can't you control your thoughts? Because you're mentally not strong enough. If it was my team, I'd say mentally weak. Now, if you quit over that, God bless. So you have to build yourself. You have to build yourself. It's not going to be easy. Your biggest adversary is yourself. You have to build yourself. So work on core before noon. You have to prime your mind. That's what you're doing every single day. Well, we'll get into that. Second thing is self-talk. Okay, self-talk. So we're going to have a little interactive exercise. I want everybody to stand up really quick. Okay, so you got to stand up real quick. So this is, Tony Robbins calls this up time. So you talk back, the audience talks back, so you have some participation. And when you have this participation, you're gonna really get in the zone. Like you're gonna really feel it. Okay, so you're gonna repeat after me. I'm a winner. I'm a champion. I'm an overcomer, an achiever. I do hard things. I love myself. I like myself. I'm strong, bold, told, sold. That was a tricky one. Okay, all right, yeah. All right, I'm a leader. I have no bad habits. I'm a people person. I love people. People love talking to me. I have a magnetic personality. I'm kind and considerate. Everything I touch turns to gold. I'm grateful. I'm solution oriented. I'm a role model IBO, upline and downline. I'm blessed exceedingly and abundantly, and I only attract great things in my life. I love my Amway business, and I'm proud to be a part of and have this opportunity. I make one contact a day, do 2 meet and greets a week, and will launch one personal every single month. I do 300 plus PV on the first, and my customer base is growing every single month. I make one new customer every week. I do core before noon every day. I'm at all meetings early. I never miss a meeting. I'm hungry, humble, smart, and appreciative. Now, how do you feel? So what you have to do is when you do this, we have our team do this every day. Every single day. Every single day they do their self-talk. Every day. Every day, every day. Luis says every day, every day, every day. When do you not do it? Every day. Every single day. You do your self-talk. You do these things every single day. And Tony Robbins says you have to change your physiology. So if you say, oh, I'm excited. I'm very excited upline. No, you have to say, I'm fired up. I'm excited. I'm jacked up. That's how you have to talk. That's what you have to do. The energy comes from within. The biggest energy source is within you. You already have it. All right, next thing. Okay, James Clear, he talks about, he has a book called Atomic Habits. Okay, so there's a story. We got 3 minutes. Sure. Okay, he has a story. So it's called Atomic Habits. These are micro habits, micro actions that are tethered together and they're compounded over time. That is like an atomic bomb of consequences, positive or negative, in your life. He gives a story of a guy that's lazy, that is a little overweight. He's a couch potato, and he wants to change his identity. He wants to become fit. So he decides to go to his front door, and he puts his shoes. He's getting the sneakers on. Hey, come on, that's a Louisism. Come on, you need to listen more to Louis and Jackie, okay? And then the second day, he goes, and he's getting the sneakers on, and he ties a shoelace and takes them off. Third day, gets sneakers on, opens the door, closes the door. Fourth day, he opens the door, walks down the steps. Fifth day, he walks down, takes a few steps. Then he walks down the street. Then he walks down the block. Then he starts jogging. Then he jogs 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half a mile, 1 mile, 2 miles, 5 miles, 10 miles, 20 miles. And eventually he's running marathons. This story, this is a true story. This story is exactly how you're going to go from where you're at to on the stage if you want to be on the stage. It's going to take hard work, discipline, dedication, but you can do it as long as you have micro habits that you do every single day without missing a day. So you need to talk to people every day. You need to do hard things. Don't just say, I do hard things. Go actually do hard things. Go overcome your fears. I was so afraid of people. I was sweating. I would talk to people and shake their hand. They'd be like, are you okay? And I'm like, yes, I'm trying to contact you. Yeah. It's wild. So go out every day. Go have 10 conversations a day. Or go have 10 initiation, or 10, what's up? Hey, what's up? Hey, how you doing? Go do 10 head nods a day. What's up? How you doing? Go do that every single day. Every day. You got to do all these things every single day if you want to win. You don't skip days, every day. And the last one is you gotta have a cable connection and a great relationship with your upline. You have to make your upline your best friend. Your upline should not make you, they're not gonna make you their best friend. You have to make your upline your best friend, okay? So if everybody has a phone in the room. When your phone is low on battery, what do? Okay, we just did this big exercise where we're talking back and forth, and you can't even, do you want to come and do this talk? Okay, when your phone is low on battery, what do? There you go, charge it, okay. So there's a wall charger that you have that's plugged into an outlet. The outlet is connected to power lines, which connect to the power grid, which is connected to the power plant, okay? So the power plant, it funnels the electricity energy to the power grid, to your outlet of your house, all throughout your house, to the wall charger, to your phone, and it powers up your phone. So your upline is like your charger that's connected to the outlet, which is connected to the bigger system. This is the bigger system. But your upline is like the wall charger. So you want to build a really strong connection, a really strong relationship with your upline. You may not know your upline. You might have met your upline at Target. That's okay. Make them your best friend. My upline, I didn't know my upline. I did, but I didn't. I worked on that relationship, building that relationship. Okay, out of time. So, yeah, let's go. Let's hurry up. So work on building that relationship. When I first started, that's what I would look for. That's what I needed. When my energy was low, when my battery was low, when I didn't think I could do it, my upline would give me a pat on the back and say, hey, buddy, you got this. He would give me an attaboy. You could do this. That guy, that silly guy, don't worry about him. I met a guy like that last week. Hey, your harvest is coming. Keep sowing the seeds. Champ, you got this. I believe in you. You can do this. Keep going. I'm here for you. And those little words of encouragement meant so much in the early days. That is why you need to have that relationship with your upline, so your upline can influence you. Not everybody outside of the business. If you have the influence outside of the business and you go to those people, what do you think they're gonna tell you to do? They're gonna tell you to do what? They're gonna tell you to do what? All of you? What are they gonna tell you to do? They're gonna tell you to leave the business. They're gonna tell you to leave the business. So anyways, you have anything else?
No, that's it. Work on being not just a good example, but a great example. You guys have what it takes. Let's make sure you choose yourself every single day. We're proud of you. We love you guys. Let's make it happen.
Let's go!
For the calendar year 2025, the average income from Amway for all U.S. registered IBOs at the Founders Platinum level and below was $750 before expenses. See www.amway.com/income-disclosure for details and the most up-to-date information. Earnings depend on many factors, including customer base, business experience, effort, dedication, and quality and performance of the downline sales team.